Traveling with kids can be an adventure. It can also be a lot of work, but don't let that discourage you from traveling with your family. Collect moments, not things. Blessed are the curious, for they shall have adventures. Children have always traveled, and because they are young and bright and full of contradictions, they haven't always restricted their travel to the possible. Children follow the foxes and open the wardrobes and peek beneath the bridge. Children climb the walls and fall down the wells and run the razor's edge of possibility until sometimes, just sometimes, the possible surrenders and show them the way to go home. Not all classrooms have four walls. The greatest legacy we can leave our children is happy memories. 100 bad days make 100 good stories. 100 good stories make me interesting at parties. Traveling, it leaves you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Traveling is learning. Travel is like an endless university. You never stop learning. We must go beyond textbooks, go out into the bypath and untrodden depths of the wilderness, and travel and explore and tell the world the glories of our journey. Experience, travel, these are as education in themselves. Children learn more from what you are than what you teach. Your biggest adventure may not be something you go look for, it might be right where you are. You will never look back in your life and think, I spent too much time with my kids. Two of the greatest gifts we can give our children are roots and wings. Our children should be properly introduced to the world in which they live. When you travel with children, you are giving something that can never be taken away. Experience, exposure, and a way of life. When in doubt, choose the kids. There will be plenty of time later to choose work. A mind that is stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimensions. To be in your children's memories tomorrow, you have to be in their lives today. If we were meant to stay in one place, we'd have roots instead of feet. There are no 7 wonders of the world in the eyes of a child. There are 7 million. Jobs fill your pocket, but adventures fill your soul. In the end, kids won't remember that fancy toy you bought them. They will remember the time you spent with them. Never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. If we want our children to move mountains, we first have to let them get out of their chairs. Every day we make deposits in the memory banks of our children. Children must be taught how to think, not what to think. Memories made together last a lifetime. Teaching children about the natural world should be seen as one of the most important events in their lives. We were together. I forget the rest. While we try to teach our children all about life, our children teach us what life is all about. Having kids is reason to travel, not a reason to stop. Nature is a tool to get children to experience not just the wider world, but themselves. Deciding not to travel with kids because they won't remember is like not reading them books because they won't remember the stories you read them. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Travel is the only thing that you buy that makes you richer. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it sorely on these accounts. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and things cannot be acquired by vegetating in one little corner of the earth all one's lifetime. The best education you will ever get is traveling. Nothing teaches you more than exploring the world and accumulating experiences. The greatest regard and luxury of travel is to be able to experience everyday things as if for the first time, to be in a position in which almost nothing is so familiar it is taken for granted. The soul begins to travel when the child begins to think. I don't have a favorite place, I have my favorite people. And whenever I'm with my favorite people, it becomes my favorite place. Teaching kids to count is fine, but teaching them what counts is best. To travel is to discover that everyone is wrong about other countries. Travel is rich with learning opportunities, and the ultimate souvenir is a broader perspective. Once you have traveled, the voyage never ends, but is played out over and over again in the quietest chambers. The mind can never break off from the journey. A child, more than anyone else, is a spontaneous observer of nature. Wanderlust, a strong desire to wander or travel and explore the world. Vacations are necessities, not luxuries. We travel not to escape life, but for life not to escape us. Travel is not a reward for working, it's education for living. Travel makes one modest. You see what a tiny place you occupy in the world. Remember that happiness is a way of travel, not a destination. Travel and change of place impart new vigor to the mind. Don't count the days. Make the days count. As soon as I saw you, I knew a grand adventure was about to happen. Travel, in the younger sort, is a part of education, in the elder, a part of experience. We live in a wonderful world that is full of beauty, charm, and adventure. There is no end to the adventures we can have if only we seek them with our eyes open. What do parents owe their young that is more important than a warm and trusting connection to the earth? Why do you go away? So that you can come back, so that you can see the place you came from with new eyes and extra colors. And the people there see you differently, too. Coming back to where you started is not the same as never leaving. If you want your children to turn out well, spend twice as much time with them and half as much money. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. I take my children everywhere, but they always find their way back home. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. If a child is to keep alive his inborn sense of wonder, he needs the companionship of at least one adult who can share it, rediscovering within the joy, excitement, and mystery of the world we live in. We have such a brief opportunity to pass on to our children our love for this earth and to tell our stories. These are the moments when the world is made whole. In my children's memories, the adventures we've had together in nature will always exist. The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Though we travel the world over to find the beautiful, we must carry it with us or we find it not. He who travels has stories to tell. Not all those who wander are lost. Let children walk with nature. Let them see the beautiful blendings and communions of death and life, their joyous inseparable unity. As taught in woods and meadows, plains and mountains and streams of our blessed star, and they will learn that death is stingless indeed, and as beautiful as life. 20 years from now you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor. Hatch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, discover. If we experienced life through the eyes of a child, everything would be magical and extraordinary. Let our curiosity, adventure, and wonder of life never end. Traveling in the company of those we love is home in motion. I think that the best thing we can do for our children is to allow them to do things for themselves, allow them to be strong, allow them to experience life on their own terms, allow them to take the subway. Let them be better people, let them believe more in themselves. All of these traveling with kids quotes remind us that traveling is much more than just a vacation. It's an educational and life-changing experience for the whole family. As parents, it's our job to provide our kids with all the amazing opportunities traveling has to offer and create memories that they'll cherish forever. Check out our blog post 77 Inspirational Traveling with Kids quotes and note the travel tips in them and commit them to memory.